So My Hero Academia season 7 episode. Is this how my recording is going to be going all day? It's going to be great. So My Hero Academia season 7 episode 7. What I got to do is I got to stop second guessing the heroes, because every time I'm like, oh, the villains have a huge advantage or they have the one up. But last episode convinced me that the heroes are doing pretty good. Now, they're not doing great because of what happened to Deku, but they're still doing pretty good. So now I'm guessing we're going to see how big of a detriment it is for Deku being in the wrong portal. So I don't know. There's 3 fights that I think they're going to be focusing on. They're going to be focusing on the fight between everybody in Shigaraki. They're going to be focusing on the fight between Deku and maybe Toga and all of them. Then they're going to be focusing on the fight between All For One, Endeavor, and Hawks. So without further ado, let's get straight on into it. Make sure the original content as always. All right, and let's get going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Yes.
The success of our plan will likely come down to one thing. We must take our most fearsome enemies and split them up.
Which you did pretty well.
We have to scatter everybody, their entire vanguard. We must lure out the enemy, divide them, and systematically crush them. First, young Shinso will...
Okay, so we're just going over what happened in the last episode, basically.
We can't forget the Gigantomachia is currently locked down
at
Jaku
please
Hospital,
don't have him wake up.
Is being held here at Central. This is a decisive battle. Our last chance to defeat these enemies.
You have fantastic eyes, by the way. How long do they spend just on introductions? A good 4 minutes? Now, it depends. I don't know how long it was from last episode to this episode, because sometimes they like to take an extra week off. Otherwise, I don't know why they spent 4 minutes on that.
What's the matter? Is the final boss having trouble using his powers?
See, I love that he's smack talking the villains. When he's doing it to 1A, I'm like, oh, okay. But villains, keep it going.
This isn't good.
No.
Dory is missing.
And he can't just like warp in, because Monomo would have to turn off his eyes.
I still can't believe I used to think you were cool. But
He still is pretty cool. I think the eye patch makes him a lot better.
Eraserhead.
That is disgusting.
You're kidding me! This is disgusting!
That's what I said. Oh, it's just even bigger than I thought.
It's not a quirk?
This is
No.
simply my physical body growing. The same way my hair gets longer. Or my nails just faster.
Your nails look pretty nice, not gonna lie.
You'd never understand this.
Why is it all gonna be hands though? Oh, okay, good.
Dynamite! Get a hold of yourself and prepare to fight! Aren't you a cocky piece of TNT?
Yeah? You want to have a go right here, Bunny Wabbit?
Bunny Wabbit.
Eraser! We've got Midoriya on the line!
Damn it, Class A! Get your crap together!
Where are you, Midoriya?
Himiko Toga crap ended up in Okuto Island!
Gosh dang it.
Okuto Island?
How far away is that? He can't. He's using the eyes right now.
Those hands won't stop multiplying. If every one of them is capable of using his decay quirk, we're dead the moment Erasure is released.
Yeah.
Even without One for All, we can defeat this vile enemy.
Yes, sir!
Come on.
I understand. See, I can't stop. I can't doubt them. I gotta have faith.
Located in the Pacific 200 kilometers off the coast. A paradise known for
Literally
its
the
expansive
farthest thing
beaches
possible.
and luxurious resorts that look out over tranquil waters.
These guys are way stronger than the ones we faced in Jaku, boss! Go back down!
Oh, that guy's out again?
What did Mr. Aizawa say?
They can't warp me out!
Oh, gosh.
I love you! So you've got to stay here with me! Toga!
So crazy. Who's doing these waves?
There was no reaction
It's not
from
Orca.
the fourth, even though she tried to stab me?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your...
Because Danger Sense didn't recognize her as a real threat.
How is she not a threat, though? She's coming at him with a knife. Maybe the intention?
I want you to be my boyfriend.
Oh, cute, I guess.
This girl.
Anyways, let me try. Because her intention is not like an evil thing, the danger quirk doesn't get triggered.
Izuku Midoriya is the 9th wielder of One For All, a crystallization of powers. It's no surprise he's the
Thank you,
most
Mr. Mike.
important asset in this battle. Midoriya has had a number of chance encounters
I like
with
these
Himiko
colors.
Toga, but she's never shared her romantic feelings with him directly.
I could have sworn she said
Me
it
to be your boyfriend?
multiple times.
Where the heck is this coming from?
You were so bloody and broken. In fact, you look just like my first crush. It stirred something deep inside me. I want to get a taste of your blood. That way I can become you.
Don't you think this is all moving way too fast? My boyfriend, you mean like we would go to an amusement park and hold hands?
You're focused on that part of her speech?
So, hero, tell me, what do you want to do to me?
You know what? I grew up wanting to be a copy of All Might, to be as strong as he was. So I understand what you're saying. Really?
I don't think that goes one for one.
The last thing you should want to do is hurt a person you care about!
Oh, Izuku, you're just like Ochako, aren't you? Same as my mom and dad. You don't
Okay,
get
no.
it.
No. Oh, don't make me feel so bad
You
for
think
her.
The only people worthwhile are heroes and the ones they protect. That I don't matter. That's why you won't give me the time of day.
She looks kind of cool right here.
Let's talk about this! If the world is going to reject me, then I'll reject the world right back!
Understandable.
I thought maybe we'd bond over this.
Robbie!
I'm sorry I wasn't here sooner.
Are you hurt?
I'm fine. It's barely a scratch.
That was a big knife.
Starting to think it's not good to be stuck on an island with her.
No.
I see.
You can just cut
Oh,
that?
Deku, you're needed elsewhere. Raven
that
and
is
I
true.
were always supposed to handle Himiko Toga.
Thank you, Frop.
We know
See,
how to fight her better than anyone.
I've always loved Froppy. She gets it.
Why is it so hard to be me? Go now!
Okay. 7.
Oh, please don't get. Goodness.
Faster. Whatever it takes.
Someone gonna stop you?
Flustered. It's clouding your judgment. So are you planning to exploit my
Thank you.
power?
Yes.
What was your power
I
again?
thought we told you my ability is meant to be used as a last resort.
I forgot what each powers were.
My quirk turned into something unique.
Really?
It can no longer be used the same way it was in the past. You need to focus on the battle ahead of you.
Because I know Fajin was like the third one. The one that was talking right now is the second. And I don't think we got his powers yet. Why is 6 and 7 so close?
A Nomu fighting in a sea of flames. That's a sight that takes me back. I guess it was
What a sick visual.
It's hot. No, absurdly hot.
Can
Can't
you
get any closer or my engines will be ruined.
suck all the oxygen out and reduce these flames?
Can't believe he didn't come himself. Instead, I get stuck with his third son and some sidekicks. Guess this is his answer to my question.
He may be a stinking geezer with family issues out the wazoo, but Endeavor's hero work has always been incredible. Past and present.
It's been second to none.
I think you have the wrong idea. I'm not standing here because our dad told me I had to. I'm here of my own accord because I want to be the one who stops this madness.
Tell yourself that. Our armies don't matter. This is about each of us getting resentments out on the table.
You survived the fire. So why didn't you come back home?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
Then I'll tell you. The tale of how I became Dobby. The reason I was able to
Gosh,
keep living
your
in this
lips.
hellish world.
He need a lip
Why my
mask or
flames burn
something.
so much harder than yours.
Really? We gotta wait for the next episode to get this story? That's quite annoying. You know, instead of giving us that 4-minute recap, they could have used that 4 minutes to flesh out Dobby's character. So I get it. Deku needs to get here as soon as possible because he is the strongest person that they can have. But Manama cannot use his war ability because he's using the eraser quirk. And with the amount of hands that are in this building, the eraser quirk, once it's gone, the whole place could be decayed and destroyed. But even if Deku gets there, how is he going to get inside? Maybe there's an entrance from the outside that leads to the inside. So Deku's on his way to go there. Is it going to be just a simple, hey, I'm going to go from point A to point B, or is there going to be something that stops him from getting to this place before? Then we have Toga. I think I've said this every time they've had an episode where they focuses on Toga's mentality and past and how she experiences the world. I always say how I feel bad for her because her quirk makes her act a certain way, and the way she acts is not deemed morally correct in this world. So the world ostracizes her because of her personality, and because they ostracize her, she then fights back, and it's this constant cycle. And then you get to the point of where, okay, if it's part of her quirk, can they somehow get her to behave morally correct and have her still keep the powers? Like how integrated are her powers or her quirk and the way she acts? Seems like they're one for one. So the only way to cure her would be to get rid of her quirk. Now, it would be easier if her quirk just made her love the taste of blood, kind of like a vampire, because then she could do the whole Edward/Stefan treatment of where she would just get the blood from animals and hospitals and she wouldn't have to kill people. But the fact that killing people is part of the fun for her, it makes it a lot harder to make her, I guess, normal. But I mean, that's her main hatred towards people, is the fact that they're trying to make her normal and she can't be normal. She wants people to, instead trying to demonize her and change her, she wants people to just accept her. But on the hero side, it's hard to accept a murderer when all they do is murder. So I don't know what the fix would be for her. I would want her to live. I don't know how to make her a part of society without the society ostracizing her. Then it gets to the point of where, okay, what's worse, taking her out right now or condemning her a whole life of being ostracized by the world? A freak if I know. But you have this guy, I believe now, it's hard for me to strictly tell because he has the blue kind of tint about him, but I believe this is the second dude. Now, I could have sworn we've gotten all their powers. So part of me feels like we know his power and I'm just forgetting. Another part of me is like, okay, maybe we haven't gotten his power or his quirk yet, and I just assumed that we got all their quirks. But even so, he's saying that his quirk has changed over time because of it getting stockpiled and everybody else bringing their powers into it. Somehow it evolved or it changed over time. So at the time that he was using the power, it is a lot different in the present. And he says to use his quirk as a last resort. That could mean a whole lot of different things. Either it could be uncontrollable, it can be super destructive, it could take a huge toll out of the user. Like there's many different things that could happen when he says, oh, use this as a last resort. And the fact that it got brought up right now means that he's going to use it. Maybe in the fight with Shigaraki, maybe in the fight for All for One. He's going to use it at least in this season. He also mentioned that Deku is pushing himself a little bit too far, at least right now, which is Deku. I mean, that's, I think, if anything, that's his downfall. Other than giving a lot of villains a chance, I think his other downfall is pushing himself over the limits a little bit too much, which it's great that he's passionate, but I feel like he's going to be doing another All Might thing of he pushes it too hard to the point of where he no longer can use the power, which I guess is fine because he's going to be the last user anyways. And oh, Dabi. What's this story going to be? Obviously, it's going to be something that moralizes Endeavor or makes Endeavor seem like a horrible person yet again. Like, we know he's a horrible person in the past, but now he's doing better. But of course, we understand why Dabi is still the way he is. And Todoroki brings up a good point, saying like, after you burnt everything down and you basically burnt yourself, why didn't you come back? Which I never really thought about it, but now that I think about it, it's a good point to bring up. So I'm guessing next episode is going to be primarily focused on Shoto and Dabi talking / battling it out. But anyways, that was my reaction to My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 7. If you like my reaction, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys want me to know anything more about the comment section down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.